Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mindset Muhammad YouTube channel. Really excited to have you here, right? And in this episode, first of all, if you're a new subscriber or someone that's just seeing our content, I want to welcome you. I'm an entrepreneur, okay? And I educate, empower, and enrich people when it comes to philosophies that govern personal achievement and personal success. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm 20 years old, as well as being a full-time university student. I've also been involved in the network marketing space now for a space. I've been an entrepreneur for about close to 5 years now. Working for myself, trying to figure out how to be a business person, really and truly studying personal development, right? So if you're new, welcome to the platform. And if you're an existing follower or subscriber, I want to welcome you to another episode, okay? Another piece of content where I want to share with you today is one piece of the puzzle, okay? And this part of the puzzle, when it comes to how far you want to become successful, how far you want to achieve your personal success, how far you want to grow as a person, how far you want to develop as a person, and of course develop your organization in your business. You need one thing, ladies and gentlemen. You need work ethic. Work ethic shows, ladies and gentlemen. Work ethic what? Work ethic shows. I'm telling you, think about it, right? There are people right now that are less qualified than you and I that are achieving more personal achievement, more success financially, more happiness, and they are less qualified than us in terms of educational level. I'm telling you, when it comes to the whole philosophy, the whole ideology of personal achievement and success, whether it's your happiness account, whether it's your business account, whatever level of success you want to achieve, I'm telling you, is really and truly to do the least amount of thing with your educational level. Really and truly, your educational level, yeah, it matters to a level, all right? It matters a bit in terms of your connections later on in business and in your ventures, in terms of what college you've been to or what university you've been to. But really and truly, that doesn't matter a lot of times, right? That doesn't matter a lot of times, right? Like, think about it. I had one of my mentors, Jim Rohn. Yeah, we both, he was involved in network marketing and legend in the industry, and I'm currently building my business, in the space. And one of my goals actually is to be one of the best networkers of all time, right? And he said a philosophy which is, you could speak to 9 people, sign 1, okay, and that means that's 10%, right? And then you can speak to 10 and sign 1, that's 10%, right? And then that means, he said, at the end you could end up speaking, okay, to 100 to sign 10. But then he said, I'll sign 11, speaking to more, right? So if there are things that you lack in skill set, the best way, ladies and gentlemen, is to make it up for is through what? Is through your work ethic. Right, work like crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, like, I am so obsessed with working for myself and working on myself, right? Like, what other thing are you gonna work for? If you're not gonna work on yourself, and if you're not gonna work for yourself, I'm telling you, there's a saying: if you don't plan to work for yourself, you'll be part of somebody else's plan. Think about it. And there's no way on earth I would want to be part of somebody else's plan. I've seen that. I've seen that with my own family. I've seen that with my circle. I've seen that with people that I know. That people that had no plan ended up being part of somebody else's plan, ladies and gentlemen. But if you are a workaholic, if you find something and run with the play and run with it as far as possible, it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. I mean, just think about it, where you could be in terms of your financial success 10 years from now. Imagine 2031 shows up. What can you say I've been doing for the last 10 years and here's what I can show it for? What can you? Right? What is it going to be? What is that one thing? Is it going to be in real estate where you can say, hey, I am so happy and grateful now that I have done X, Y, Z because I'm in such a comfortable position based on what I've done for the last 10 years, based on the fact that I was putting 10 hours a day sometimes, some 12 hours a day, some 15 hours a day. What? We go to work anyways to work for somebody else 8, 10, 15 hours a day, working for somebody else, guys, right? Working for somebody else. Why not put the same amount of hours working for you? Does it not make does it actually not make sense? To me it does. To me it does. Work for my legacy 10 hours a day. It makes sense, right? So my message for this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is you have to be workaholic, right? I mean, there come times where, yes, people say, oh, I burn out. Hey, you're not gonna burn out if you're doing something you're passionate about, right? Why am I so passionate about what I'm doing? Hey, I'm doing 2 things. I help people save money on their essentials, and of course I help people make money with me. How can I be bored of that? How am I going to be bored of seeing people's lives transform? How? And not just only financial success in our network marketing business, How am I going to be bored of someone telling me, Muhammad, I used to struggle with my confidence or self-esteem, now I can speak in front of people? How am I not going to be bored? How am I going to be bored of that? Right? How? Makes no sense. Work ethic, ladies and gentlemen, work ethic. When you feel like it, you put it. When you don't feel like it, you put it. When you're happy, you put it. When you're down, you put in the work. Whatever mood you're in, guess what you do? You always what? Put in the work. When you're that type of person, when you're non-negotiable with your decisions, and remember, your brain is either using you or you're using your brain. You're either being controlled by your brain or you're controlling your brain. You know, traits of of laziness. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm tired today. Oh, I'll do the research tomorrow. Oh, I'll do the studying tomorrow. Oh, I'll do the presentation tomorrow. No, ladies and gentlemen, success loves what? Speed, right? Success loves what? Success loves speed. Hey man, you got a choice, okay? You got a choice if you're watching this, okay? You can either say to yourself, hey, you know what? I'm gonna achieve a goal of mine, a milestone of mine, in the next 10 years, or you can say I'll try to do it in the next 2 years. I'll go for doing it in the next 2 years. Or you could just be someone with no goals, and then guess what? And then you're just gonna be in a position where you're just doing the exact same thing over and over and over. That's why we have the saying, most men die at 25, but they're not buried until they're 75. Most men die at 25, but they're not buried until they're 75. Think about it, right? You see a child that's 10 years old. When you ask them, what's your dream car? There's no way they're going to tell you Toyota. No way they're going to tell you Vauxhall. No way they're going to tell you Yaris. No way. What are they going to tell you? A Lamborghini, a Bentley, a Rolls Royce, a Ferrari, something on those lines. And then guess what? By the time they're 15, reality kicks in. People tell them, hey, go get a part-time job. Hey, study hard. And then they start seeing education gets harder. And then getting a job is now hard all of a sudden. And now all of a sudden they're 18, 20 years old. Now they're making a bit of money. And then they see how hard it is to make a living. And all of a sudden, by the time they're 22, 23, 24, 25, they graduate from university. They're either struggling to get a job or they just made it to a job where now they have to think about so hard that for the next 5 to 10 years, they just have to pay out the debt. And then guess what? That dream of that car that's worth $500,000 or $250,000, that dream is out of the window, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, if you're someone, the best way to revive your dream is if you're someone that is young, work. I'm telling you, I said to myself, up until I turn 30, I'm not looking right, I'm not looking left, I'm gonna stick to one plan and I'm gonna run with it. Like crazy, like a madman. Right? Thank you. Like a madman, I'm telling you. And when I made that decision, I'm telling you, like, I don't know, all of a sudden the universe, it works in a way where the one with, the one that is decisive, I don't know what it is, but it somehow figures ways for that person. It somehow makes you meet the person that's meant to help you with something. It makes you go meet somebody that you are meant to help them with something. It creates the puzzle. All of a sudden starts making this, sense to you when you're a workaholic. When you work like a crazy man, right? I mean, think about. I'm crazy about my goals. I'm crazy about, feeding 100 orphans every single month. I'm crazy about that philosophy. I'm crazy about building mosques. I'm crazy about retiring my mom, my stepmother, my dad, and my older sister. I'm crazy about this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm crazy about the impact that I want to leave on the world. So if you're crazy, why should I, if I'm crazy about my goals, why should I have issues with people calling me this is a crazy guy? I shouldn't have any issues with that, right? I hope this makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the next episode. Remember, work ethic shows, everything else is a lie. If you're a workaholic, I'm telling you, some people will hate you, but guess what? They will do one thing for sure, for a fact. They will respect you for who you are, and they will say, that man, he works. He works, he works, he works. She works, she works, she works. With that said, God bless each and every one of you. Stay tuned for the next episode. God bless, guys. Take care.